There's this thing about people and they talk about manifesting. It's fucking real, man. Manifesting is real. When you figure out who you are and what you want to do, and you devote your life to it like a maniac, like you're all in on this thing, and you manifest, most of these people end up doing what they say they're going to do and being who they say they're going to become. It's real. And there's no excuses, there's no fucking days off, there's no, not willing to grind and, everybody's against me and this didn't happen for me because of this and that and all this whining. There's these people who dive in and they're hardcore and they're focused and they know what they want, they know who they are, and they lay out these short-term goals and this roadmap on how to get there. Most of those people make it.
You've talked a lot about like manifesting and stuff. Do you really believe in it?
100%, yeah. I've been actively doing it myself, kind of personally, for 15 or 16 years. And then in 2019, my book, The Source, came out, where I shared that more professionally.
So cool.
I wanted to explain manifestation through psychology and neuroscience in a way to say, look, it's your brain that's doing it. Manifestation is basically setting goals and desires, knowing what you want, finding images of them to put on a board that you can see at least twice a day, because your brain doesn't actually know the difference between something happening in real life and a strong visualization.
Wow, so you could create enough of a visualization for yourself if you really were to powerfully start to focus on it and do that, to visualize something that your brain at one point would have to think it's so true that the world would meet you and put it into your life.
I love the way you put that.
Wow.
If I could give people a takeaway to start with that's really simple, it would be very clear on what it is that you want. Spend 5 minutes sitting down and visualizing those things being true, and then give gratitude for that. That would be my first step.
Gratitude for?
Those things being true. Just 5 minutes. I'm a great partner. My podcast is super successful. See it, feel it in your body, taste it in your mouth, hear it in your ears. Completely immerse yourself in that for 5 minutes, longer if you can. And then just be so grateful for all of that. Essentially what you're doing is moving your brain from a fear state to a trust state. That is the gateway to making these changes.
In this realm, in the quantum realm, there's no separation. There's nothing physical. There's nothing material. There's no matter. That's all taking place in three-dimensional reality. It's all energy. It's all frequency. It's all vibration. It's all information. It's all consciousness. It's all thought. That is that invisible field of energy.
Yes.
So, that invisible field of energy, Einstein said, the field is the sole governing agency of the particle. He didn't say the particle controls the particle. He said the field controls the particle. So if I can change information in the field, I should be able to affect the particle matter. So if there was a way to create from the field instead of from matter and move closer to source and create from a place of wholeness and less from separation, I'd have to be able to get to the field. So then if where you place your attention is where you place your energy, and you develop the ability to take all of your attention off your body, all of your attention off all the people in your life, all the objects and things, your cell phone, your car, your house, whatever, all the relationships, all the people, all the places you need to go, the place you're sitting, the place you grew up, the place you sleep, the place you work, and nothing about the predictable future or the familiar past, and settle into the present moment. You would go from a somebody to a nobody, from a someone to a no one, from something to nothing, from somewhere to nowhere, from some time to no time. That is the moment you're pure consciousness. You would be disinvesting all of your attention, all of your energy out of this three-dimensional reality, out of the known, and placing it on the unknown. Now, let's demystify the process. Take away everything physical and material in the universe. Take away the Earth, take away the moon, take away all the planets, all the moons from the planets, take away the sun, the light from the sun, the stars, all the light from the stars, the galaxies, take everything away. Wipe everything out, physical and material. What are you left with? Nothing. Turns out that nothing is filled with a lot of frequency and energy. When you can linger in that place without a name, without a face, without a body weight, without a diet, without a disease, without a profession, without an identity in any way, without a past, and you can linger as pure consciousness, something really profound happens to the brain. Different compartments of the brain that have been modulated or compartmentalized or subdivided because of the stress hormones. Shift your attention from one person to another problem to another thing. That habituation fragments the brain. The brain becomes a house divided against itself, and you narrow your focus, you over-focus, you become obsessive about something. That's what we do in stress. It turns out if you open your awareness to nothing, the brain starts getting highly organized. Different compartments of the brain that were modulated start unifying. The brain starts firing in this more holistic state, and the whole entire brain is resonating at the same frequency. Now, you get that brain going for that period of time like that, waves that are coherent start interfering with each other, and when they do, they create bigger amplitudes. The higher amplitude, the higher the energy in the brain. So that brain that's coherent, the entire brain is functioning as one neurological network. The two hemispheres are coming together, and there's this kind of psychic union called wholeness. Now that state of coherence, in moving out of the beta brainwave states into a slower brainwave state, produces electrical signals. And that electrical signal is the intention. That's the more clear your intention is, the more coherent the brain is, the stronger the signal. Okay, so if you decided to create from the field instead of from matter, and you were just pure consciousness, and I asked you to send the signal out from a coherent brain, and whatever that thing is that you wanted, then you would be shimmering the entire vacuum, that entire void. You are that. You're not you any longer. You're the source, right? So if you're the source and you're sending the signal out, then you're touching the consciousness of everybody, of everyone, of everything, of everywhere, of every time. The entire field is becoming electric because of your intention. If you're source, why would you go anywhere to get anything? And so consciousness is coherent brain, and then the energy of the heart is love, and pure love is source. So if I asked you to fall in love with that future, and I asked you to draw the future to you with the magnetic field of the heart produces a magnetic field up to 3 meters wide. That's studied. So now, love is the glue that holds the atom together. Okay, if I get a coherent heart, the more coherent my heart is, the more energy in my heart, the more I can draw my future to me. So you send the signal out, you draw the experience to you, and now you don't go anywhere to get anything. When there's a vibrational match between your energy and some potential in the quantum field, that when there's a match, you start seeing those synchronicities. You synchronize your energy to that possibility. And so you start seeing the coincidences and the synchronicities and the opportunities. This is a critical moment for people, because I think people don't realize how powerful they really are. When that event happens in their life, they will look back at every single betrayer, everything that happened in their past, and they won't care any longer. That's the moment their past no longer exists, because they're proving to themselves what they innately already know that they may have forgotten.
Which is
and
why?
That is that the creator of their life.